We are always looking for the next big stock, but in today's video I have a tiny biotech stock that looks like it could skyrocket very soon. This is a tiny Nasdaq company that have assembled a team with decades of experience across some of the world's largest companies, such as Johnson & Johnson and even Pfizer. This stock has now dropped near its 52-week low, but Wall Street analysts have price targets of over 900%. This stock could skyrocket soon, and if you want to learn how to seize that opportunity, then smash the like button. I'm aiming to get 500 likes on this video. Help me achieve this goal. For anyone that's new, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any new content like this. I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. Now let's dive straight into it. Indaptus Therapeutics is a clinical stage biotechnology company dedicated to pioneering innovative cancer and viral infection treatments. The company has developed various anti-cancer and antiviral immunotherapy products, but their goal is simple. Indaptus aims to cure disease. With the ability to harness both the body's innate and adaptive immune responses, Indaptus believe they are uniquely positioned to revolutionize the treatment of cancer and certain infectious diseases. Indaptus' approach is quite unique, and that is why this company is analyzed by several Wall Street analysts that have given impressive price targets for the company, but I will talk about that in just a moment. Historically, we know that tumor regression has been observed in the presence of bacterial infection. We also know that bacteria contains immune system danger signals called pathogen-associated modular patterns or PAMPs that collectively can activate all the cellular components on our innate and adaptive immune pathways. Indaptus' platform is based on the hypothesis that highly efficient anti-tumor immunotherapy will require safe activation of both innate and adaptive cellular immunity in both tumors and immune organs. And this might be achieved with a multi-targeted package of bacterial PAMPs. Now, this might seem a bit technical and a bit confusing, but I think that these diagrams simplify it a lot. The current therapies are increasingly becoming more and more personalized and costly, while Indaptus are advancing an approach designed to be widely accessible with broad anti-tumor and antiviral activity not dependent on targeting of specific tumor or viral antigens. Again, this is a very unique approach. And in other words, they are taking a very complicated process that only cures a very small percentage of advanced cancer, and they are taking a highly effective and much more simplistic approach. And Wall Street analysts have been bullish on Indaptus stock for quite some time. Two Wall Street analysts have issued ratings for Indaptus Therapeutics. The highest price target for INDP stock is $12, while the average is $8.50. This represents potential upside of over 960% from the current price. And these ratings have been set very recently. H.C. Wainwright reiterated their buy rating and a $12 price target back in October, while Maxim Group reiterated their buy rating in November but lowered their price target from $8 to $5. Now, although this is significantly lower, $5 is still more than 500% upside from the current price of 80 cents. So let's take a quick look at the investors presentation to see why these analysts have been so bullish on Indaptus Therapeutics in the first place and see what catalysts we should be taking note of that are coming in the very near future. So here we can see Indaptus' pipeline. Its lead clinical candidate is Decoy 20, which is described as a proprietary chemically modified clinical development strain used across several indications and is currently in its very advanced stage. But the company also has other candidates such as Decoy 10, INDP 12 and 14, and INDB 16, which are at varying stages of their development for multiple indications such as infectious diseases and oncology. Now, there are low cure rates in advanced cancers because immunotherapy can only address a limited part of the immune system. But Indaptus potentially has a first-in-class, safely activated innate and adaptive immune pathway. Now, there's a lot in this investor's presentation that explains a lot about their therapies and how their methods are different from traditional methods, as well as going through some of the results and progress from early-stage testing. But it would take too long to go through this entire investor's presentation, so I have put a link to this in the top comment below, so check that out. So let's look at the most recent news and then we'll check out these upcoming catalysts. Indaptus Therapeutics has announced that it has just secured new patent approvals in China, Japan, and Israel for its Decoy platform. These patents cover the use of decoy bacteria compositions for preventing or treating hepatitis B and HIV. These are two diseases that continue to pose major global health challenges. The global HIV drugs market alone is worth around $36.2 billion in 2024 and is anticipated to reach around $66 billion by 2034, growing at a compound annual growth rate of 6.2% over the next 10 years. So this is a major market. Dr. Michael Newman, founder and chief scientific officer of Indaptus, said that with millions of people affected by HBV and HIV worldwide, expanding our intellectual property enforces the novelty and therapeutic promise of our approach. And the patents also extend to combination therapies with a variety of both approved and investigational treatments. Preclinical studies demonstrated that Indaptus' decoy bacteria produce significant single-agent activity in standard models of chronic HBV and HIV infections. But with these new patents, Indaptus continues to strengthen its position as a leader in the immunotherapy innovation, advancing treatments for both infectious diseases and cancer. And this follows on from news in February that the company has received clinical trial authorization from Health Canada to initiate its clinical trial for Decoy 20. This approval will allow the company to expand its ongoing US clinical trial to Canadian sites, broadening patient recruitment and enhancing its clinical research program. The trial will enroll patients in Canada under the current protocol, which involves weekly dosing of Decoy 20. Indaptus also plans to submit an amendment to Health Canada to incorporate its upcoming combination trial. Now, CEO Jeffrey Meckler stated that expanding to Canada represents a significant step in our mission to evaluate Decoy 20 in patients with solid tumors. And only last week, Indaptus actually released their latest quarterly financial results and key recent highlights, such as successfully advancing a phase 1 study of Decoy 20 in advanced solid tumors, entering a clinical supply agreement with BeiGene to advance Decoy 20, as well as the new patents and clinical trials that I just mentioned. Looking at the company's balance sheet, we can see that they have total assets of $7.3 million and total liabilities of just $3.3 million, meaning that this is a company with a positive stockholder equity of just under $4 million. And they have cash and cash equivalents of over $5.7 million. But the market cap of Indaptus Therapeutics is only about $9 million. This is a tiny float stock, and as we've seen before with these tiny biotech companies, one good announcement could see the stock skyrocketing. And if ever there was a team in place to know how to get a job done, then take a look at the Indaptus team. This is a company that have brought directors in from major pharmaceutical and biotech companies such as Johnson & Johnson, Merck, Bayer, and Pfizer, to name just a few. Between them, they have decades of experience in this industry at major industry players. And there is anticipated milestones too throughout 2025 and 2026. As such, with this type of company, proof of concept will be a major deciding factor on the success of the company. Once we get more trial data, this could propel the company forward. And with CEO Jeffrey Meckler presenting a Tribe Public's webinar presentation event titled Keys to the Kingdom, Unlocking the Power of Your Immune System on St. Patrick's Day, this could shine a spotlight on this stock this week. But guys, what do you think of Indaptus Therapeutics? This is definitely a stock for your watch list right now, but remember that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, so I highly recommend you do more due diligence on INDB stock. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments below.